All right. Welcome to coffee hour number 9. 9. So for for this week's coffee hour, um, sporting my Lord of the Lost Till Death Us Do Part mug
Nice.
to commemorate their tour that kicks off today.
Mm-hmm.
Super
Did
excited about that.
you get your tickets already?
Oh yeah, we got our tickets as soon as they come on sale. We're going to see them at the Fonda in Los Angeles.
Cool.
Which
That's only a 3-hour drive for you, right?
No, LA is 4 minimum. Because the the main way between here and LA, there's, of course, it's all interstate, but there's like a good 80-90 miles of that is just 2 lanes on each side.
Right.
And depending upon the the day, that can bottle some things up. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't change my background. You're looking at my ugly house. I mean, not ugly, but my 80s paneled walls.
Oh yes, the lovely paneled walls.
Uh-huh. Where am I? Oh, why won't it let me change it now? Oh, go ahead. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Get started. I'll get this at some point here.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. So a few updates. This week I'm going to work on, I think, a video on split sheets and copyright and ownership.
Cool.
At some point, I'm going to do a more in-depth training and getting very more specific. But in this one, a friend of mine on Facebook, I guess she is having some issues with a past band where they're using a bunch of her lyrics and music, but I don't think they officially did. Hold on just a second.
Yes, dear.
Yeah, so doing I guess they're using her stuff and is kind of curious like what legal ramifications there are with that. So gonna kind of go over that in a little bit, kind of give a little bit of advice and insight and whatnot. I, from a dark stream standpoint, pretty exciting things. I can't share a lot of details, but I'm working with a new client that they've been pretty prominent in the metal industry and the metal world for like 30 years. And the singer's wanting to take a little bit of a detour and do some stuff. He's got a solo project that's a lot more goth, industrial, dark wave type of stuff. Definitely moodier and completely different you would expect from this guy. So
Cool.
yeah, can't wait to share those things here in the coming weeks. But yeah, we already started kicking off some stuff, getting the groundwork laid and starting to launch this guy's new thing. I'm really pumped about it.
Good.
Heard some of the music that he's working on. It's pretty good. He's working with a pretty renowned producer. So yeah, pretty excited about that.
Cool.
Yeah, trying to think anything else that's shaken as of late. Working on 7-factor stuff. We've got our tour in April, and we're going through and learning a bunch of the songs. So even though 7-factor has been around for well over 10 years and have a couple of albums and EPs and whatnot, this tour is going to be 90% new stuff. On the set list, there's only 2 songs that were done prior to me coming on board and the other guys. And so a lot of learning. But yeah,
Cool.
rocking that out. Working on getting some more gear. I've got planning to get another Kemper. I've have a so I first got a Kemper 9 years ago. Got a rack mount one, love that thing. And then they came out about 5 or 6 years ago. They came out with a floor model. I think they call it like the stage profiler. It looks like a standard, like the old pedal boards from like the Boss GT10s and stuff like that. So I got one of those, and then felt I didn't need the other one, so I got rid of it. And then some things come up recently with the tour and whatnot. I'm like, you know what? I think I want that rack model back. So probably going to get that back here soon. Rock out some profiles and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much the main thing that's been going on. I'm also working with my buddy Seven. So he has another podcast called Yes, Quit Your Day Job.
Yes.
It's basically about like, musicians, fully like doubling down on, being in the music industry in some fashion or another and whatnot. And he and I've had very long, in-depth discussions about AI. And he brought up a really interesting viewpoint that I really can't wait to dive into. So talking to him about maybe doing like a joint video between Yes, Quit Your Day Job and their Extreme Music Management to kind of discuss the whole topic of AI, because man, it's getting bigger and bigger. And
yeah, it's gonna, and I mean, and so the goth world hates it.
Oh, of course.
It's just not accepted in the goth world. And I think Bandcamp just did a major big deal thing by saying they're not going to allow it.
Yep.
And Bandcamp's probably going to end up taking off huge now because of that.
Yeah.
I think Bandcamp's going to actually, like, they made the right choice.
Yeah. I definitely think, like, at least, and one thing I will say is my viewpoints. I'm very much like, I'm not a person that will dig my heels in the sand and keep a stance when I see more evidence and data and things like that. My opinion will change constantly.
So that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
With everything.
Me personally, I don't think AI music should be something that could be profited on from other people. That's just again, that's a personal opinion. I do believe AI is a strong tool, and if used appropriately is very helpful. Like I was even having a introspective debate with myself, because this so like a client that I'm working with, we're trying to develop a logo and whatnot. And whenever you're like, when you're starting out, a professional band needs some standard graphic advertising materials, or AdMat as it's referred. Like they need to have a standard, font and name for their logo, if they have like a visual logo and things like that. And then even this past week, like the client was describing to me their thoughts in their head about like what the live experience would look like, and the visuals and things like that. And I totally used ChatGPT, and I was like, hey, do a picture that is a live band. These are the types of members. This is what they're wearing. This is kind of the feel of it, just to kind of
that's how you use the tool.
Right.
That's how it should be used. You use it to get ideas.
Yeah.
But don't copy it, and don't use that actual thing. Absolutely. That's the way you use the tool.
And then another thing that I did was so the client had like some mock-ups and did some paintings, and like, this is how I see the actual logo looking like for this band. But it was like actually hand painted on a canvas, and its artwork and stuff like that. And still thinking of it from needing a flat PNG type of thing that can be reused for AdMat or for future digital assets. Like, I uploaded a picture of his art and I'm like, hey, turn this into, a flat PNG. Hey, do these types of effects to the flat, just focus on this portions of it. And, kind of made it like it was still his art and his idea and what he was wanting to do. But I was able to easily manipulate and convert it into something that's easily usable from a digital format.
Mm-hmm.
The things that, like, I'm not going to create AI images for his logo. I'm going to use those assets to then go in,
Mm-hmm.
or Photoshop or whatever, and mock up the different things from there.
What I tend to do for logos is I will find a font that's extremely close to what I want, and then I will edit that font in either Photoshop or actually in a font editor and make it mine.
Yeah. Yep.
It's easy. I mean, I can't do shit with my hands. I can't, pen and paper. I can, but man, if I wanted to even just do a logo, it would probably take me a year to get it right.
Yeah.
But with, Photoshop and a font editor, boom, bang, biff, done.
Yeah, exactly. Like, like I said, kind of using it as a tool to bring my, the ultimate vision from there. So, like, for me, like I said, using it as an idea or something to go, hey, this is, these are the lyrics, or this is the thing I'm working on. What are some good, vocal phrasing to use with this? What are some good chord progressions or scales that should be used to get this type of feel and stuff like that?
Yeah, I do that. I do that sometimes too, especially chord progressions, because when, like you and I, we've been around forever. We've used every freaking chord progression there is, basically, in all of our songs. I don't want my new song to sound like something I did 25 years ago.
Exactly.
Give me something. Give me some ideas on that. And I've used ChatGPT to help me fix to help me fix lyrics I've written. When I wanted to get something to rhyme the way I needed it to rhyme, I'm like, hey, this is what I've got. Can you freaking help me get these lines to rhyme properly?
Yep. So, yeah, exactly. So I feel justified in my use of AI.
And we've already discussed. I mean, I built this massive plugin. I'm not a pro coder. I needed help, so I used Claude to help me freaking write this program.
Yep.
But that's something that's actually being used in the entire coding industry now. They're all using AI to help write their code.
Yeah,
because it literally takes something that would have taken 2 years to do. You can get it done in 6 months.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So you had some recent updates as well.
I did, and I even have more. So yeah, I just Morella signed a band this past week. Vampire Valentine. They're out of Newcastle upon Tyne in the UK, and they're already doing pretty well. They were actually on Mick Mercer's show last night. They've been featured on Mick Mercer's show a few times, as well as another band that I'm signing this week.
Nice.
And the one that I'm signing, so the Vampire Valentine is more like a Bauhaus meets Twin Tribes type band. So they're more on the melodic side with side dark wave. They use synths because they came from the synth wave type community, and now they're doing goth. So they've added guitars and bass to their synths, which is great, and it's really nice stuff. And the band that I'm signing this week is a death rock band out of Kentucky.
Really? Oh, now I'm curious. Really curious, given given my roots are centered around Kentucky.
They're fairly new,
Mm.
and they've only been around a couple of years. Well, actually, just maybe even a year. When we discussed it, I think they said March of last year they got together and started.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they've already got a number of releases, and they've also been on Mick Mercer's show. So
Nice. Who's by the way, who's Mick Mercer?
Mick Mercer
Yeah.
is the world's renowned freaking guy on goth. He's been filming and taking pictures and writing about goth since like 1977.
Oh wow.
Before goth was goth.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the foremost expert on goth music. So
Nice.
yeah, and he does a radio show every once a month. No, every weekish, I guess. It's just about every week. Sometimes it takes a little. I mean, he's getting old. Sometimes it takes some time off. Yeah, if you follow him on Facebook, he's constantly posting photos that he's taken over the years of bands live and stuff. So
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking him up right now. Definitely gonna dig deeper into him.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What else is shaking? How's the app coming along?
I mean, I'm using it now because I'm which is good. So I'm finding the bugs that are bugging me and trying to get those fixed as I go along. It's going okay. I mean, beta testers that have said they want a beta test haven't contacted me for their license key or anything. So I don't know. I'm expecting it'll happen eventually. It just might take a little time. I'm not going to rush it right now.
Yeah.
I'll keep posting and asking for beta testers, maybe once a week for now, but obviously I need to focus on the bands. So
yeah.
And I'm using the app, and while I'm using it, I'm beta testing it, and I'll just fix all the damn bugs. And
nice.
It'll probably be easier for me to push it if it's not just a WordPress plugin. So once I get everything worked out and everything fixed, I mean, again, I'm debating now whether I want to actually just go with the desktop before I go with the server side. The server side would probably be more of an enterprise deal anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I could make a desktop app that can be used on Windows or Mac, that would be really accessible to people.
Yeah. Would you still be able to grab logs and stuff like that to be able to make improvements if the people report?
Oh yeah, I will. Yeah, if I get it done, it's still going to be attached to my API server, and yeah, so yeah, I'll have to have something coded in that that bugs can be reported.
Okay.
Et cetera, et cetera. Typically like how most apps would work. If there's a bug, report it.
Yep.
And it'll send it to the server, and then I'll get the email, etc.
Okay. Nice.
But that's going to be probably not. It's going to be a while. I mean, I want to get it all perfect first.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it's just this layout that it is. I still want to do a whole lot of different changes to the UX. Change the layout of a bunch of stuff and get all that worked out too before I even think about taking it out of WordPress and into an app.
Okay. All right.
But I'm having fun using it. I'm using it. I'm sending emails. I've got tasks all over my calendar.
Nice.
The email sending is set up to it throws pixels in the emails, so I know if people open them. I know what they click on.
Yep.
So I can track my emails to make sure that people are opening them and all that stuff. So
nice. All right.
The newsletter option on it is still very basic, and I'm not using that. I'm using my Mail Poet plugin for that for all of my press releases. My for immediate releases things. I'm using MailPoet for that, but because it's got a nice drag and drop feature and can make everything look pretty.
Okay.
But I'm going to have that drag and drop feature built into my plugin.
Yeah.
It's just that's going to take a little longer because we already tried it once and Claude broke it like 10 times. So I was like, okay, we'll just wait. I shouldn't say Claude broke it. Claude broke. Claude broke 10 times because it's going to be a complex, you know, I mean, it's going to be a very complex, right? So we might have to do it in pieces.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, I think
my album, I think it's done. I'm still waiting for feedback from people, but
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But, yeah, I definitely have that, man. Like my week last week got stupid crazy.
I mean, I gave got him a Godface a copy too, and I'm waiting to see if he's gonna do anything with it.
Nice. Yeah, and I've got the new link. I'll definitely be checking it out this week. I'm gonna make it a point to do that this week. But yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to it.
Cool.
I love listening to music and providing feedback. Trying to think, I thought there was something else shaking, but no, I think that's it for me this week. Yeah, pretty cut and dry and simple this week.
Cool.
And yeah, I think we'll see everyone again next week.